Okay, hi everybody. Today I'm gonna show you uh, a cool place for beginners to start developing their shell expertise along with some commands, some bash commands, some stuff, uh, which is really cool. This website is called Over the Wire and it has war games. Uh, I'm not sure about the rest of them. There's a lot. As you see, there's a lot of games. But the one that we're gonna try today is Bandit. Bandit, it's a beginner's game. It's used to practice your bash or whatever shell you're using. My shell of preference is bash. I like bash because I've been working with it for a long time. It's present in almost every Linux system or almost every Unix system, and it's really fun to work with. So there's another flavors of shells like seashell, fish, another ones, but we're gonna work with bash. Today we're gonna go play Bandit levels zero in this case, it's 0 to 10, but actually it's 1 to 10. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how to uh, how you will be able to complete these levels. Okay, so the first level, it's the goal. It's just to understand how to connect to SSH. SSH means secure shell and is used to connect uh, over a secure connection to another server or computer, and you can work on the command line or the terminal in the other computer to do whatever you need to do. To go there, you need to go to the SSH command. We're gonna copy the host just to avoid making any mistakes. The user, as it says here, is bandit0 and the password is bandit0. Okay, so we're gonna write bandit0 at the host name. And if you see, usually the SSH port is in port 22, but in this case is in the port 2220. So we specify the P flag, which stands for port 2220, and we start like here. Okay, so we are now connecting to there, but it's asking us for the password. So the password is really simple, it's bandit0. So we click enter. The password won't show because that's for security purposes. So we are now in the bandit0 file, in the bandit0 box. Okay, so here the goal of the level is logging into SSH, what we already did, and the password for uh, level 1, which is this thing. The password for level 1 is understanding how to read a file that is in the home directory. We are currently in the home directory of bandit0, and if we do ls, which is list, is the list command, list files or folders, there's the readme file. In order to read that file, we need to use the cat command, with this short for concatenate, and we use cat and readme. Readme, and we click enter. Here it is. Congratulations, your first level is done, and we have the password for level 1. Okay, so I use Sublime as my default text editor, but you can use whatever you want. So bandit1, the password for bandit1 is this one. Okay, I am trying to switch user to bandit1, but if I paste the password, it won't allow me. Okay, so what I do is exit and I go to bandit1 and we paste the password that we have previously obtained. So we now are in the level 1. So in order to beat level 1, here is the the goal. The password is in a name called, is in here in this file. That dash is explained in a file. We can use two things. If we use cat, the cat command as before, we use the dash. it won't understand. It doesn't understand what we're trying to do, because usually dashes are used to send flags or yeah, flags in the files. So like this cat dash dash help. Let me see if I can show you like this dash a dash b dash e, stuff like that, right? So there's a few ways to do it. We can maybe use grep and this. Okay, so we can do that. But a trick that I know is that we can use this and we can redirect the input. We can do the input to this. So we are trying to tell the shell that the file name dash will be input into the cat command. And there it is. We have the password for level 2. Okay, so we copy it. We go to Sublime Text. We go bandit 2 and we paste the password. Okay, so we now go to exit. We go to bandit 2, which is the level that we need to beat now, and we paste the password that we just got. Okay, so let's go again to here. We are in level 2. So, okay, here that says that the file has spaces in it, and we need to find a way to cat that command, to read that file. Okay, so we are now in the box, and if we do it, as you see, the file is called space in this file name. There's two ways to do this, at least two ways that I know of. The first one is cat, and you just click use create spaces, and by using the backslash, you are inherently ignoring the spaces and telling the command that it's a single file. Okay, so if we do this, we can cat the command. The other one, which I use, is we can also write with double quotes and write spaces in this file name, and that's it. Both of them work. So we now have the password for bandit 3. Okay, so bandit 3 is there. We go to bandit 3, how to beat level 3, but first let's connect through SSH. So we now go exit. We go to the next user, which is bandit 3. We paste the password, and here it is. Okay, the the next thing, it says that there's a password stored in a hidden file. If we use the ls command as before, we can see that there's a folder called in here, so cd in here. But if we do another ls, there is no file. So it says it's hidden. How can we show that? We can use the command ls with the flag A. The flag A is for all. So we can see it's the current directory, the parent directory, and the file we need. So we just put cat dot hiding from you, and we got the password for the next file. Okay, so we copy it, we click bandit 4, and we paste it. Okay, so we can go and exit this one and connect to bandit 4, which is the next level we have to beat. Bandit 4. We paste this, the password, and we go here. We have to go next. We are in which level we are? We are in level 4, and we wanna go to level 5. Sorry. So we are in level 4 to level 5, and it says this. It says that the password is stored in a file that it's called uh, a file that it's only human readable file. To do this, we're gonna show you something. There is a list of files in the in here directory, okay, and there's a command called file which will told us that there is if the file is human readable or is not, or what type of file it is. So if we do that, but we try to say file 00, for example, it will show that we can open IL00. The thing is that dash F is being treated as it will was the flag or the switch that we are trying to use, but that's not the case. In order to bypass that, we can do file double slash to show you that no more parameters, no more flags or switches be there, and we now write file 00. Okay, so file 00 says it's data. We can do this with every file. That's a good way to say it. But let's say that instead of 10 files, you have tens of thousands of files. So there has to be a better way, right? So in this case, we can do a loop. Uh, what we'll try to do is the following. Let's see if it works. For file name, what I will try to do is a for loop file name in this directory in here. Let's see if this works. In here, any file, maybe this works. We have to do semicolon to say that it's over. Do file name, and oh sorry, it's the file name, semicolon, and done. What we're trying here is to say for any name, for any file that's in this directory, do a file command on that file name and show us the output. Let's see if this works. Okay, so here it is. Uh, this file name, it's a keyword. You can do whatever. We can change that. For example, let me remember if I can do this. We can do for item, and we change the word item here. And it's the same thing. Okay, so this is like the variable name to work for. So we can see here that all of the files are data files, are not human readable except for one, file number 7. Okay, so we can cat file 07. Oh, it's the same thing. Let's see if we put double quotes it work. Okay, yeah, here it is. So yep, that's the way. Remember, this one is used to say no more arguments will be passed, no more switches. So we have the password for level 5. So we say bandit 5 and we paste the password. We exit this level. We connect again, but now to level 5. We paste the password. Okay, so we have the password in here. Uh, all of this stuff that says before or after we log into the shell is just saying us things that it are here to help us. Okay, so bandit 5, how to beat level 5. We're going to go to here, and it says that the password for the next level is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory. We say here in here directory, so that in here ls. Okay, so there's a lot of folders and there's a lot of files. Uh, a simple for loop will be can sorry a for loop can do the work, but there's an easier work to do that. So what we're gonna do is use the find command. Find in here the file has to be three stuff. It has to have the size. Sorry. It has to have a size, which is a switch, or 1033 bytes. It's what else? Human readable and not executable. Okay. So what we can do, it's let me open a new shell. We use the man find command. Man, it's for manual pages, and this is showing us the manual pages of the find command. So we're gonna find in here somehow to say that the file is human readable and is not executable. Okay. Okay, so let's read. This is really important because you can understand what everything means in here. What everything means, not what every command can do. Okay, so this has a lot of stuff in here. Uh, leave, we start watching here. Okay, so executable. It's not an executable, remember? So this has to be, this is not a good flag. Uh, okay, and we're gonna try with the human readable or non executable. Human readable. Let's see. Okay, so here's the readable flag. So we write the readable flag and executable. Uh, oh, here is the size flag. I just see 4 bytes. We use C. That's why we're treated as C. And we're gonna try to find this. Okay, so we only need these two flags, and it seems we already find a file that matches that to stuff. Let's see if with that we can do it. So we copy this path, we cat the file, and that's the password. So we copy the password again, bandit 6, we paste it. We can close here. I'm using Terminator as my terminal emulator. That's why I can create two tabs. And I can, this one, the one in the right, is not connected to the SSH server. That's actually in my computer. The one in the right, the one in the left, sorry, is the one that is connected. You can see that because in here we are using the Bandit 5 at Bandit, the server. And if we go here, we are at Kali or Machine Kali. But by the way, this is a virtual box, virtual machine running on VirtualBox. Uh, as a best practice, I recommend not to do this type of games on your machine, real machine, because you will be connecting to host and setting up the fingerprints and the public keys, if I'm not mistaken, in your known hosts. So it's not a big deal, maybe, but it can definitely be something that will be clutter your SSH files, your known hosts, and it's better to have that separated for your main machine. Okay, so what I can do then here is close this window. So with just I close it. Uh, we exit this one because we have the password for the next one. So we go to bandit 6. We paste the password. It worked. So we are at bandit 6. So we have to write the level. Okay. So in here it says that the password is stored somewhere on the server. It's somewhere on the server. Okay. So in this case, it's not on a specific directory. It's somewhere on the server. It has three properties. Owner is user bandit 7. Own, group owner is bandit 6, and it has 33 bits in size. So what we can use is do this find command, and we're gonna search on the root directory. The / in here means that is the root directory. We're gonna find owner. The owner it's bandit 7, I think it's called group as well. The group is bandit 6. And as we say before, its size is 33 bytes, 33C. Owner. Okay, so owner is not the right flag. So we're gonna open a new window here. We're gonna go into man find and we're gonna find the option. I remember that we can search in here, but I don't remember how. We'll try that after. We have to find the way to find how to write check for a group. Follow warn files. Uh, we're still not there. Tests. Uh, we're very close. Name of the file, nowhere. It says no group, so maybe we're close. Size, to type. Oh, so user as so in this case is not owner, is user. The user is the one that says for which one it is. And if you see here, it has to be here for here group. Group. Okay, so now we have the find option. Oh, one thing. If you don't want everything, every single thing of this showing in your stuff, it will be an easy task to do. There are something called, if I'm not mistaken, there's something called file redirectors or redirectors. There's three of them: standard input, standard output, and standard error. Those three things are going to your shell. And they are number 0, number 1, and number 2. Number 0 is standard input. So it's whatever you put on your machine. Number 1, it's standard output. Everything that's come out from the command you run. And number 2, it's standard error. It's every error you see whenever you run a command. So you can redirect those wherever you see fit or however you see fit. So in this case, what we're gonna do, just to find it easier, we're gonna put the standard error goes to def null. If you do this, it will be searching and it will only show the stuff that doesn't show any error. So our flag should be here. So if we put cat and this, there is our flag. We copy it, we copy it. We go to bandit 7, we paste it. We can go to the other screen and shut it. Oh, sorry. And shut it. Okay, so we clear. We exit because we already passed this level. And we go to bandit 7. We paste the password. Password will not show because it's for security purposes, but whenever you write something in there, it will be written. Okay, so now we're in bandit 7 and we want to go to bandit 8. Okay, so now they say we have a file called data.txt and it's the password is next to the word million. If we cat that file, data.txt, there's a lot of stuff as you see. There's a lot of files, there's a lot of stuff. But there's a way that we can find specific words of lines or whatever, specific words or patterns in longer files. And for that, we're going to use this cat data.txt because we are trying to concatenate the file to read it. And we were going to use the pipe operator to pass the output from that command to the input of the next command. And the next command will be grep. Grep is used for search patterns, match stuff, and all like that. So we're going to try to match or find a match to the word millions. That's because that's what it said. Okay, so that's the only occurrence in this file. So the word millions has this password in there. So this is our next password. We write bandit 8. We paste that. We are good to go. We can clear the screen with clear, or if we do this, we can also click with Control L. It's the same. Okay, so we exit this stuff. We go now to bandit 8 because we now have the password to bandit 8, and we paste the password. We are over here in bandit 8. You can see it because here it shows bandit 8 and at the box bandit. So we are good to go. So we are the level 8 and we're gonna go to the level 9. Okay, in here, the password is again stored in the file data.txt and is the only line that occurs only once. Okay, so let's see. If we list the stuff, it's called data.txt. So data.txt, we can cat it, and there's a lot of stuff. In theory, what it says is that here there are repeated lines. Okay, so we need to order them in order to know which ones are repeated and which ones are not. So if we go to cat data.txt and pipe the input to sort, which is the command for sorting stuff, we'll see everything, as you see, every line that it's repeated multiple times and it's arranged by that. So in here, there's a line that's only that's not repeated at all. It's only written once. So we can use for that the unique command. Unique, unique. But in this case, unique is showing us every line that we have in the text that is unique. So for example, if you see here, this one is repeated 7 times, but it will show us only one. And that's not what we want. We still want to find the only one that shows once in the file. So if we do unique dash dash help, which is the command to get some help, we can see that the option U and here unique only prints unique lines, so it doesn't print lines that appear often, even though they are single one. That only prints the lines that appear just once. So what we can do is this, and we put the switch unique U, and here it is. We have the password for the next level. Control C. So we write bandit 9, paste the password. We go exit. We exit here. We go to bandit 9. Oh, something happened. I'm not sure what happened, but here it is. Okay, so we are in bandit 9 now, and we're gonna try to see. Uh, okay, okay, so it says that the password is stored in the file called data.txt. If we go to that data.txt, okay, it's again the same one, but it says that it's the only few human readable strings preceded by several equal characters. Okay, so if we go to cat that file, it's gibberish. You see, it doesn't have any structure, any format. We don't know what type of file it is. We can find it by using file data.txt. It's data, but it says that it has strings in it. So human readable strings. So there's a command called strings, and if we rewrite it to data, it will show us the lines that has strings in it. So we can see here equal signs, password here, but it's not the password. Is and there's the password, right? But that's not what we want. Again, this is too much work. It's working in vain. We don't want to do that. So we can do strings sorry, data.txt, and we pipe that command again to grep, and we grep for maybe three equal signs because it says it was behind equal signs. So we create that, and here it is. The password is this one. So we copy the password, and we have the password for bandit 10. We paste it. Okay, so we exit this level, we go to bandit 10. That's the last level we're gonna do for today. We paste the password, and we are now in bandit 10, and we're gonna do this. Okay, so as you see, it's again a file called the data.txt. If we use the file command, oh sorry, the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, but contains a base 64 encoded data. Okay, so this is encoded. If we write the file in data.txt, it's just ASCII text. If we cut it, that's not the password because it says it's encoded. So, and it's in base 64, as you see, base 64 encoded. So what we can do is cat the command cat data again, and we're gonna pipe it to a command called base 64, and with the switch or flag dash D for the code, enter. So the password is this one. Control Shift C. We write bandit 11, and we have the password here. B. Okay, so we're gonna save this. Save. We're gonna save it in our home, and we're gonna save it here. So bandit game, and enter. Okay, so it's saved. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helps you for something. This is a beginner-friendly game. Please, please, this is for educational purpose only. Try first to understand what you're doing. Try to understand why it's working, why it's not. Research, find your stuff, and understand your stuff, and you'll become better. Following my steps only and repeated what I did, it will still work, but it's not as useful as learning by yourself. So please take this as a part of leveling up or having something to watch. You will hopefully you will learn something, but try it by yourself. Okay? Thank you so much. Next time we will continue with the next levels.